All right. Привет, everybody. So I'm here with the next update. I have procrastinated on giving the next update. I wanted to give them once a week at most, and it's been maybe 10 days or so. So, yeah, I procrastinated, which makes me realize that there is some resistance on my part. And yeah, without going into that, let me just provide you an update. And by the way, I'm not even sure if anyone's watching at this point. I think quite a few people watched the first episode, but then, I'm not sure if anyone is following from then on. So if you are actually following, let me know in a comment. That would make a big difference for me. Because speaking, to someone is changes the energy. Anyways, so let's go into the actual update. So quite a bit of things have happened since then, since my last update. Quite a lot of things actually have happened. So last time I told you that I had my first client, Karime, and she had a commit and an intention to uh, work with me, create this minimal viable Genius business, and then we agreed that a 10% revenue share with me towards me, capped at $3,000, which is, maybe much lower actually than the value of this work, because what we're talking about is that the goal is to get her a reliable flow of clients to amount to $10,000 a month at about 20 hours of work a month. So that's a sweet deal to say the least. And just the ROI doesn't really add up. But these are my first attempts. So that's one reason for going to that price point. And then a second reason also is that I have a very clear idea on upon reaching that milestone, what would be the next step and how we would grow that 10x. So I'm actually pretty bullish on continuing to make money. So the whole idea was to make an irresistible offer to people that there is no point in saying no to, and that's what I've been experiencing. So let me continue. Um, where do we go from here? Yeah, so with Karime, we started working, and we had really great progress. So we had her website up and running within maybe 3 days or something, and some people even had a really good reaction to it. Some initial people I showed it to, they said, "Wow, send it to me. I will send it to some people that may benefit from this and this." And they also said that I can really sense her and this work through this web page. So they actually connected with the message, which was a great confirmation and a great point of feedback that I was quite happy about. But then what happened was that um, uh, something that I didn't foresee happened, which is that this work naturally implies that we're uncovering some new layers of clarity on people's purpose and mission. And so some resistances come up as a direct consequence of that, right? So we kind of need to earn the new level of clarity and insight by releasing some old programs and letting go of some stuff that is not working for us, some limiting beliefs, some ideas of the society about how work should be, whether we deserve to be doing what we love, things like that. And so that stuff came up. And so we essentially kind of like paused the work. And there was a moment when I was, gonna just throw it all out of the window, the typical ups and downs of entrepreneurship. And because on my end, I'm also going through resistances and this entrepreneurial path, or the entrepreneurial path, the founder path, the startup path is a spiritual path, because everything is a spiritual path. There is nothing that is not a spiritual path, in my view, anyways. And in my world view, you may agree or disagree with that. So yeah, so that happened, and that kind of threw me off for quite a while, and I was figuring out how to go about this, and I was considering the spectrum of different decisions from, just stopping the whole thing, and obviously it felt awkward and weird to, be building it in public, and then all of a sudden, 2 weeks in, to decide to abort the mission. And I was also thinking, okay, well, if these are resistances, then maybe there is the way to work through them. But then I was also wondering, like, do I need to act also as a coach and to coach slash mentor slash, guide, facilitator to assist with those resistances? Or is it just going to take some time and then the person is actually going to come back and say, okay, kind of, I'm on the other side, I'm ready to continue. And while I was contemplating all of this, the letter happened and Karime basically came back and she was like, okay, I'm ready to continue. I still want to do this. I'm excited about this. I had some new ideas. And then I started to realize that she actually has those levels of clarity and insight that got revealed to her, which she immediately, started speaking differently to clients. She started speaking differently about her service and what she does. Because remember, this genius thing is not something from the outside that we're kind of like deciding to pursue. No, we connect with ourselves and we wake up to the realization more and more that all we've been doing professionally, in terms of our own business, right? But also even in, assisting others with their businesses, it's all been coming from that place anyways at all times. So it's just what changes is the degree of recognition, awareness of that, degree of intentionality and consciousness, being more conscious about that fact. And so, yeah, so she comes back and we continue working. So that was one thing that happened, and we're now way more advanced. And what I also realized is there are these rounds that we have to go through. It's kind of like with AI, you want to get to like a particular strategy or like create a business strategy around something, and then you work with AI, it gives you a result. You're like, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Let's take out this. This I love. This I love. This I love. And then you produce the second version, and then you can go like this, iteratively producing better and better and better versions. So it's kind of like this in this case. So we get deeper and deeper and deeper, connecting better and better and better with who is it that her ideal client is, what is their pain point, what is their breaking point, what is the transformational promise that Karime gives. Oh, and by the way, she naturally went deeper and deeper into that work with herself, because that's another crazy thing, that crazy beautiful thing is that our genius is a two-sided coin. There is the genius on one end, and then there is the shadow of that genius on the other end. And so that work that she does with the clients is the work that she does on herself at all. Like that's her life quest. That's her biggest life quest. That's just how it works. And so again, speaking about these resistances, right? So that's one big thing that happened. The other big thing that happened is that I realized that my team, a team that I've been working with for how to say it, like, yeah, we've been a team for like about a couple of years working on a particular project. And so they were all in Bali, and I'm in Bali now. I think I was already in Bali when I did the first updates, first episodes. And so it turns out they're also in Bali, all the five of us. And that was just amazing. And so I was like, okay, guys, let's use this time. Let's go through this process together. And I'm going to share my screen, and let's see, boom, boom, boom. Where is that web page? Oh, do I not have it? Oh, here you go. There. So I created a page, and I essentially suggested so that we sit in the same place, we at the same table for 7 days, nonstop. No, we use the bathroom break. We do bathroom breaks. I'm just joking. So we go through this incubator type of thing where we essentially do what I'm doing with Karime all together, right? So one foot in the dying paradigm, the grind, the scarcity, the separation, one foot in the new sovereign genius-led Hellenic. And so we do this alchemy and go through the transformation where people at the end of that transformation leave with booked clients. I'm thinking whether you can see my screen. I hope you can. So yeah, people leave with booked clients for their new signature genius-based offerings. Well, pretty much. Let's just stay there. Let's just stay there. So that's the transformational promise that I made for people, and I think it was very beautiful. I got and I designed a 7 day journey on how we actually get there, right? So opening ritual, then we create this genius offering. Anyways, I've shared that before, and I thought that the five of us would do this, and people resonated with this. People got excited about this. I think there is a degree of like not believing that this is possible. And by the way, I want to also share this idea that basically it comes down to this one big question: as a society, as a team, as a group, as a startup, as an individual, do I believe that it's possible to first of all, do I believe that there is this uniqueness within me, that there's this genius that really has a lot of value? Do I believe that I can actually add value to the world? Do I believe that? And then secondly, do I believe that that can be monetized, that can be turned into a business, into a minimally viable business, a consulting type of situation where I'm just with another person and I assist them through the same transformation I've gone through, which has been my big life quest. And so, does that have value? Can I extract that from my inner workings? Can I turn that into a business, right? Do I believe that? So, and that's where the resistances come from, because we may say that this sounds nice and lovely, but deep within the subconscious beliefs inculcated by the society, by the conditioning, by our parents, by the different institution, by work, by our bosses at work. There may be beliefs that are basically telling us, that's not really possible. That's just not how it is. The world is not like that. That's too naive. That sounds great, but it's not practical. Something like this, right? Like whatever. What I have cannot be monetized. Like, yes, of course I have value, but it's difficult to monetize that, or whatever the limiting belief is. Do you see like the beliefs that I just enumerated? They're all limiting beliefs. That's the common denominator. They're ideas that we hold on to in order to allow ourselves not to go for something that we so truly want, which is be very valuable to the world while being truly enjoying it and in excitement and in awe, in Vastorg. There's this word in Russian that is really beautifully captures this Vastorg, something in between awe and excitement. All right, so let's continue. So what happened with the Hellenic incubator? Well, we didn't get enough time, basically. One person was in a different part of Bali, and so it didn't happen. So that's the second development. What I'm really happy about is that I developed this container. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna run this, because I think this kind of a boot camp, an incubator where we create a business in a group of people, where we gather together, and everybody starts to actually sell and make money with their genius, and we together, create this field of belief that this is possible, that we're doing this, that we're committed, and so we're going through those fears and resistances. That's going to be very powerful. So you feel called to actually go ahead and apply for that and participate in that, offline or online, let me know and we can totally make it happen. Okay. So that's that. And then the third big update that I have is that I sent this message to, I'd love to actually show you the message, but I can't just go into the chat with this person. It's a friend of mine, one person from the team. So basically I told him, hey, Tyler, how about we do this together? So I'm gonna so what I did was to go and create his Apple Seed, so one sentence genius statement, articulation of his unique genius. Then I went ahead and worked with AI using my technology to create what I call Excalibur for him. So the one sentence unique offering, or one sentence and one page, really. There's one sentence that summarizes it, but then there is one pager that describes that. So I went ahead and created it, and then I sent a message to Tyler, and I said, "Hey Tyler, I got your Excalibur, and here's what I propose to you. I will reveal it to you, and then we work on creating your minimal viable genius business in this sequence, right? Your genius statement, which I have already given to you. Then I'll reveal the Excalibur, your unique offering to you. And then on the basis of that, we work together to create the third step, which I call Destiny, which is a minimally viable business, genius business, which includes a landing page, a super simple system of reaching out to people. So essentially, kind of like a packaged business, a turnkey business solution that Tyler can just take and then act on it, and then get to that goal of $10,000 a month at about 20 hours of work per month. That's the goal. And then I said, these are the conditions. We do it at, I'll take 10% of your revenues until we reach $3,000, and then you're off the hook. Everything else is just you enjoying your abundance and thriving. And I think it's a good moment for Tyler to jump on something like this. And I said, would you like me to reveal your one sentence Excalibur, your one sentence unique offering? And so he said, let's go for it. Okay, that's beautiful. That's another confirmation that I can sell this. And that's the third thing that I wanted to share with you. So I'm working now with Tyler, just the way I'm working with Karime. And I got his Excalibur, I got his Destiny. So now it's a matter of turning that into those artifacts, the landing page, etc., and then actually getting his business running. Which again, I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm free falling. I'm building in public. I'm sharing it with you openly as I go, right? Quite vulnerably. And that's the third update. And then the fourth update, see, I could make 4 episodes of this. The fourth update is that I decided to track metrics for the business, right? So in the startup world, if you don't come from that world, then usually there is a distinction between, kind of like real growth metrics and vanity metrics. Vanity metrics being like, oh, like I built 2 more prototypes or whatever. But the real growth metrics is when we actually sell something, because sales is the real transaction, is the real confirmation that the value has been exchanged, right? So when people talk about real growth metrics, it usually comes down to 2 things, 2 major key things. It's either actual dollars or right, so revenue, sales, or a good proxy of that, a good approximation of that, a high likelihood of a sale, something like that. And I'll speak about it in just a second. And then the second one is users, like how many users actually use the product, use the system. Okay. So I decided to track those 2 things, both of them. And that's what I want to share with you where I am right now. And when I did that, I actually told myself, whoa, I didn't think I was at this stage, right? So in terms of the users, I have right now 8 clients, 8 people that have at least done the first step, the Apple Seed, with me. I have not made an irresistible offer to them yet, which is what I just described that I made to Tyler, right? So I'm pretty sure that many of them will say yes, if not everybody, right? But I haven't made that irresistible offer to them yet. So we are at 8 users, and I have 2. So I haven't really made that money, but I've sold this work to Karime and Tyler, right? So I got 2. I prefer to call it, hard commits or intentions. Hard commits, I think, is a good way to call it. So I don't have the money in my account, and we didn't really make a contract. Well, these are close people to me, and even if there weren't, I think trust in this work is enough, really. At least for starters. Maybe for later, it's good to also structure it in some more grounded way. But I think most important really here is trust, is a handshake. So I got 2 commits, $3,000 each. So I have sold products for $6,000, and I haven't really unleashed myself to go ahead and to say, hey, Valentin, Victoria, Sandra, Tracy, Dima, would you like me to reveal your Excalibur unique offer sentence, right? So that's what I'm going to be doing next. So I just wanted to kind of report, and in Y Combinator, it's also a best practice to track metrics and track them weekly. So that's what I'm going to be committing to do, to be tracking these metrics weekly. Okay, so for this week, this is what I got. Maybe I can put insert column, how do you call it? Users or something, right? 8. And maybe I can switch these columns. How do I do that? I don't know how I do that, but I'll do that later. So I got, and this is not dollars, this is just how do I do that? Number, boom, boom, boom. There you go. So 8 users, 2 commits, $6,000. That's my bottom line result. Okay. So this is the update for this time. It's a longer episode, but as you can hear, a lot of things have happened. So it's full 24 minutes. Wow. Okay, cool. Well, a lot has happened. So, and I hope you enjoyed this. This is it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's definitely happening. Much love to you all. Let me know in the comments. Love you.